Sup, we're here for the TheCouncilNetwork. I know it's been a while since we last uploaded here to the network, and I'm terribly sorry. I'll go into the reasons why momentarily. But welcome to the SuperGirl, episode 8, the first night of the crossover, if you can call that a crossover episode. But it was still a good episode regardless. And let me just quickly say, it feels good to be back. And part of the reason why I left was to kind of just try to rediscover what I wanted to do with this channel and how I want to approach videos. I honestly felt like I wasn't putting enough effort forward or giving a shit enough to actually, make this channel what it should be. And moving forward, I want to change how things are. I want to actually give my thoughts on things and not have to worry about it. I want to be more open about it. Let's just be frank. I took time away from this channel because I'm trying to find that missing piece. That thing that doesn't seem to connect for me when it comes to doing the network. It's the one channel that just does not seem to click for me. Everything else is clicking, but this is the one channel that I always felt didn't click right. I know it's going to take time, but I want to challenge myself at the same time. I have a few ideas, so we'll see what we do when we move forward. And I want to talk about Star Wars Rogue One prior to Rogue One, and I'm trying to get as much research done for that video. So, before we jump into this review, I know that's what many of you are for. If you don't want to hear this, you can just go ahead. The plan right now is, since Flash, Arrow, SuperGirl, Gotham, and I believe, Legends of Tomorrow are all going on break. Gotham's going on break after tonight. Then I'm going to go back to Luke Cage. I'll talk about a few other things. I don't know. I really want to start talking about comic book stuff or just Ninja Turtle lore, things I think that they should do in episodes. We'll see. Because there's tons to do, and I didn't get a chance to actually post out that Ninja Turtle review that I wanted to, but hey, it is what it is. But let's talk about SuperGirl. We have a 4-night crossover event. We saw wormholes happening throughout the episode. That was pretty much the indication that Cisco and Barry were coming. Now, it goes without saying, there's going to be major spoilers, so I'm going to talk about one of the parts when they actually did arrive at the last 5-ish minutes of the episode. Of course, that's because SuperGirl had a lot to resolve in this episode, and there was really, again, they're on a separate Earth. It's just one of those kind of scenarios. Let's phrase it that way. When Cisco and Barry come through, the portal, there's one thing is very noticeable that Cisco drops. I wouldn't call us friends, I would call us work colleagues. And that right there pretty much tells you the wounds of Dante and Flashpoint has not healed. And moving forward, I have a few theory videos I may do on that whole thing and maybe how, moving into the back half of season 3 and whatnot. I'm just going to basically be frank about it and start talking about stuff. That's just, I should be doing that in the off time when these things are on break. Seriously. I'm missing out on opportunity. So, there's a few things that happened in this episode. Obviously, there was a virus that was, last week they left off on the why do Cadmus need Kara's blood. They need Kara's blood to get into a virus that her parents made, and a lot of this was pretty much for all the characters emotionally, especially now that we're in the holiday season, was pretty much we want to give our love forward and acceptance of each other. That's what the episode was mainly about, a lot of acceptance. I don't think Martian Manhunter John is completely okay with the White Martian at this point. That's going to be something that in the back half of season 2, we still have a big season ahead of us probably. I can't say we definitely do, but we should. That's something that, it's going to be a major plot point, at least in my opinion. And, of course, the thing that happened with Mon-El, which, I don't know, it feels like they're just building, because those aliens are going to come. That's going to be, the mid-crisis to, season, the in the middle of the season finale. There we go. The season finale of it. And as much as I know some of you are going to want me to talk about wrestling, it's been boring. I'm going to be completely frank. Wrestling's just been boring, and I don't want to do quality, I don't want to do quality videos. That's the word I was looking for. I want to do quality videos. I don't want to just go, okay, let's talk about WWE and whatnot. I don't want to do that. This channel is going to be all sorts of crazy shit moving forward, and I just have to figure out an upload schedule that works. And even if that's just like 2 videos per week, then it's going to be 2 videos per week. Whatever's going to make this channel click, that's what we're going to do moving forward. But talking about SuperGirl, again, the whole thing with Alex coming out to her mom, that needed to happen emotionally moving forward, acceptance. And obviously her mom's very accepting. Cyborg Superman, again, I'm kind of on the fence about it. I get it's the same problem that Arrow seems to have at times, where, you know, you need a really good villain to build this story, but at the same time, you got to pull it out of another heroes. I guess with SuperGirl it works because it's like I'm not calling my cousin, you know, in for help. I'm wondering if she's going to call Superman for the crossover. We're going to find out tonight when the episode airs, when I actually post this out, when I record. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. But that's something I'm really interested to see how they approach it and what they'll do with that. So I don't know exactly right now how I feel moving forward about Superman's role, because it just feels like his role is going to stay small, but they're going to want to use him quite a bit in the back half. I just feel it, because you're not just going to make a costume and toss it to the side. You know what I mean? Mon-El, I feel like he's going to be a power player moving forward. And the one thing I do fear, I got to be honest, especially from this episode, is the triple, like, love triangle or quadruple love triangle of Quinn and, you know, just and Mon-El and just everyone. I'm in love with Kara. Like, okay, some of these got to get resolved. Kara's just going to be like, right now I just kind of want to, you know, deal with all the crap with Cadmus at the moment. I want to find, you know, my adopted father. I want to deal with all this emotional shit before I go into an arc with a boy. Let's put it that way. Not about her being a girl and, you know, emotions, because, you know, it's going to happen. We're going to get it. But it's one of those things that we don't want the Iris situation where you have a character that's just kind of sitting in the back, not really doing anything. And that's happening on The Flash currently. And that kind of makes me sad, because Iris is a great character that they just need to figure out what's making her work. Because it's like Caitlin's got a really crazy arc right now. And it's pretty much, I know I'm jumping to The Flash. But with The Flash, it's like if you don't have metahuman powers, you're pretty much really not relevant unless your name is HR or of course, you know, the dad, the Detective Joe West. That's pretty much that scenario. I'm super excited what they do with Cadmus and Cyborg Superman. I hope they do not drag it out, but they basically spread it throughout the end of season 2. Also, Lunar. Okay, Lex's sister. Let's phrase it that way. Lex's sister is actually a pretty good guy. Okay, that was a good twist. You know, I was expecting her to go with her mother and Cadmus and fuck aliens. Let's blow them all up. And isn't it kind of ironic that it's all about acceptance? And then, of course, you have this whole backstory with Mon-El that's going to come into place probably in episode 9, and then go into the mid-season finale and lead us wondering for like 5 or 6 weeks what's going to happen. And this is happening across the board with all the TV shows. Everything's just getting ready to go on break. So I know I'm like kind of just jumping piece to piece here, but pretty much the plan is once everything goes on break, everything calms down after next week, I'm going to start putting out the Luke Cage videos. I'm going to try to take more time to talk about certain important key aspects of the episodes that I normally don't. And then after that, I'll probably do something about Iron Fist and Rogue One at that time as we move closer to Rogue One, because there's a lot of like fear I usually have when I make a video, unless I know exactly what I'm talking about and can dissect it 1,000 times. And I need to break that fear as a YouTube creator, because of course I have other channels that have more subs. I'm not trying to like gloat, but what I'm getting at the point is to get over that general fear of being afraid of what people are going to say, because it's so opinionated, and that's why I hate reviews. But at the same time, you want to hear what people think about it, because you're interested in seeing what they thought about it and breaking it down. So I'm going to look for more Easter egg stuff as well to talk about on top of everything else. I'm new at it. What can I say? I know I've been trying to do it for like a year, but now it's time we step up our fucking game and just go to the next level. Take it to the next level! That's what needs to happen, right? So, let's talk about a few other things that happen. She does not know who the Guardian is. The Guardian, I'm okay with. He was pretty cool. As long as they don't fuck his character up, I'm fine with the way they did it. And that's just my 2 cents on it. Anyways, I'm going to end the episode review off here. I thought it was a solid episode. I'm excited for The Flash tomorrow night. The problem with this episode, honestly, it had a good plot for SuperGirl, but it did not really do much to push the Fortnite crossover. It really wasn't a Fortnite crossover. It was just like, here's a SuperGirl episode, and she's going to get to Earth 1, and from her Earth, so this is how they do that. So that's just my 2 cents on it, but we'll see what happens tonight, and I'll see you then. Well, actually, I'll see you for the Gotham review.